T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Hello, lovely people, and welcome back to a live match preview. Newcastle United versus Liverpool, the bright lights of an evening kickoff. Can Liverpool stay firmly on top of the league with a big lead, and can they keep the winning run going over a Newcastle team that have been up and down this season? Drift, morning, bro. How are you doing today?
Morning, G. Almost finished the slot press conference. So I've got about maybe 5 minutes left. So there might be maybe something he said afterwards, but quite enjoyed his shade as well.
I've seen the Man City quotes. So I've not watched it. I've seen a couple quotes. Obviously, we're in WhatsApp groups and that. I've seen a couple of the quotes, like when he's talking about the 115 charge. He spoke about Ali and Kelleher as well, right?
Yeah, do you know what? It seems like they're being super cautious with Ali because he said he thinks Ali should make an appearance by the end of December if he progresses how he is. But remember, we thought he'd be back already. But what he said was, he said this part of the rehabilitation, when you're pretty much ready, is the worst part, because it's the part where you might go and it needed a few extra days or another week, and you thought you're all right because the pain is pretty gone, the scan is all right, and then it can be like a bad thing in that way. But because Ali's obviously, had a bad one this time, I think they're more like, Kelleher's performing so well, what is the point risking him? If he gets an extra week, he gets an extra week. Bro, I say let him have until the new year. Kelleher's doing his thing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them ones, isn't it? Where it's like, Ali shouldn't come back until he's so ready that he's
chomping at the bit.
Yeah, he's overcooked, bro. You know, like when the chicken goes dry, like he cooked it too long, man.
They're just chewing and like.
Yeah, bro. You know there was like. I'm glad I ain't getting no salmonella, but I ain't enjoying this at all.
No, I hear it. Look, I'm with you on that as well. Like, for me, there's no point rushing him back when he's not fully there yet. Like, I'd rather Alisson be completely healthy and then come back into the team rather than not be, and then we're sitting there going, well, why didn't we rest him a bit longer, or why didn't we do this, why didn't we do that? Plus, as you said, Kelleher's performing so well. There's an argument to say Alisson shouldn't come straight back into the team anyway because of how good Kelleher has been. Speaking of Alisson, though, the last time we played Newcastle at St James's Park, Alisson pulled off one of the best saves he's made as a Liverpool player, and that was from Almiron, when he took the volley on the edge of the box, and God knows how he got to it and managed to tip it onto the post, but he did because it's Alisson Becker. In that game, we went down to 10 men after going a goal down, and then a certain number 9, a certain Darwin Núñez came off the bench with it looking a bit bleak, hoping that we could even snatch a draw. And he delivered 3 points for Liverpool in a game that I don't think any of us will ever forget. One of the most stressful watch-alongs we've done, but one of the most exhilarating finishes to a game we've ever had before as well. Now, going into this game, we are 9 points clear at the top of the table, ahead of Arsenal and Chelsea. And we're looking very good. However, this game against Newcastle, despite having a good record at St James's Park over recent years, is going to be a really tough game, Drift. And it looks as though Isak apparently is going to be available for the game as well.
Just our luck, innit?
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Newcastle this season? They've been very inconsistent. What's your thoughts on them, and what do you think are the main dangers for Newcastle that can pose to Liverpool?
You're right. I do think that they've been very inconsistent. I don't mean this in a disingenuous way. Maybe that is kind of Eddie Howe's level. So, like you get some managers who are just brilliant at being who they are, mid-table, mid to top table, can get results, pull off brilliant little tactical flexes. But generally speaking, you're never going to really be a manager that's going to win a league or win a Champions League or any of that big stuff. Until maybe he does, I think he sits in that bracket. People like David Moyes and that, were really good managers, but they just always have those moments of F-ups, and they're just never, ever going to really get to that top level. So sometimes I think their inconsistency just comes from the fact that that's the type of team they are with that type of manager, where they can go on brilliant runs and win 4, 5, 6 games in a row, but then they can lose 3 in a row straight after. You're like, what the hell happened to Newcastle? They're that type of team. That loss to West Ham was mad at home last time out. Don't know how that happened. Considering how whack West Ham are, even though they're going to turn into prime Barcelona when we play them. Watch. So Newcastle kind of just are who they are. And they're also struggling from being a team with all that dough and they can't spend it. So I think they're probably a little frustrated behind the scenes as well, which might every now and again take an effect on the team. If you won the lottery, Cal, but somebody told you can't buy anything. Every time you looked in your bank balance, it said Euro Millions, 98 mil. Let's say you won 98 mil Euro Millions, but you can't buy anything. And if you can buy, you got to maybe wait till like a certain time of the year, and they might let you have like 5 grand. And then you just got to go and look at the money again. But I'd rather not have it. Being told.
Yeah, I hear it. When you break it down,
I'd rather not have it, bro. If there was 98 million pounds sitting in my bank and I couldn't touch it, I'd probably have a nervous breakdown. Do you know what I mean, bro? Like every time a financial situation comes up, I'm like, look, all this fucking money in the bank. We're trying to find ways to rob my own money, like so. Yeah,
no, it's actually true. It is very true.
You know what I mean? That's how Newcastle must feel. So, yeah, great team on some days and a weird team on others. That's how I look at Newcastle.
Yeah, completely agree. As I said, we have a good record there. The last two times we've been there, we walked away with all 3 points. Going into this game, in terms of injuries, obviously Alisson's back in training, but not available for the bench, I don't think. Chiesa, we're still not sure what's going on there, even though the rumour is he might be on the bench today. Elliott's back. No Bradley, no Konate, no Tsimikas. Do you think we're entering a period now where people were speaking about the last 10 games and how vital those were, and we picked up 9 wins and 1 draw? I actually feel and I'm saying this in hindsight, so I'm being hypocritical. I think the next 5 are just as big as the last 10, even though on paper they look a lot easier. I don't know if you agree or disagree.
Yeah, we're just... do you know what it is, bro? It's because the actual game itself isn't, but the overriding necessity for wins is. So we could be going up against, with all due respect, Southampton at home tomorrow, or we could be going up against Wolves tomorrow at home. Like just some of the teams that are literally rock bottom in the league. And you would, on paper, think, well, that game isn't a stressful game and you should really just get the job done. But this is what happens with the pressure of a Premier League run, isn't it? That you can't slip up one time. And therefore, that added pressure makes every game feel big. So you're right. There's definitely some games that are bigger than others, of course. But now it's like, well, we've got to try and keep this 9-point lead because we want to try and go into the new year with this gap to have that advantage. And, you don't want to give any encouragement to Arsenal. And then there's all these little nuances that just start popping up. And you're like, and this is the reason why I've always said, bro, I live to win, but I hate the victory journey. Because you don't get to enjoy it, bro. You really don't get to enjoy it. Like when you've got that pressure of you have to win every game, the only moment of relief you get of joy is the 1.5 to 2 hours after the victory before you start worrying about what the next game is. Do you know what I mean? Like we get to do the review, we kick, we chat, we have a laugh, whatever. And as soon as that's over, you're like, shit, who we got next? And then you start worrying about who's the opposition got and who we got and can we drop points and are they going to drop points and all that. So even though that's the fun of being a champion and being a winner, it's stressful as hell, man. It's proper stressful, bro.
Yeah, I hear it. Shout out to Chill Guy. He says 1920, because we were so clear, I did enjoy it. I agree. In 1920, I enjoyed every game. After the Leicester City game away from home when we won 4-0, I literally enjoyed every single league game because it was done. It was done.
You already know, like you lot kept trying to convince me.
Yeah, but you didn't think we had won it until Chelsea scored the penalty against City, bro. That's like, bro, it's done. Me and Matt, I'll never forget. Matt called me after the Leicester game because I think it was a Boxing Day game, right?
Or New Year's game, somewhere around there, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'll never forget. He called me, I answered the phone, and for about 30-40 seconds, we didn't say anything. We were just laughing down the phone because we knew it was done. Like, so at that point, Leicester were actually second in the league. It wasn't Man City who were chasing us. It was Leicester who were chasing us at that point because City had fallen away. And we were like, if we beat Leicester, the league's done. We beat Leicester convincingly. Me and Matt were just laughing down the phone, and he was like, it's done, innit? I was like, brother, it is done. I was like, let's start making plans for May, bro, for this parade. And then we all know what happened in 2020. But Drift, going into this game, who do you think the most important players are for Liverpool as it pertains to trying to get a victory against Newcastle St. James's?
Raw, positive scales are snitching on you still.
It was a slip of the tongue. It was a slip of the tongue. No, it's a slip of the tongue, man. It's an honest mistake.
Don't do it, bro.
I mean, for someone who's called positive scouts, it has a lot of negative, a lot of negative snitching still. I'm not even safe anywhere. But yeah, no, it's a slip of the tongue. Yeah, my bad. Just it happened.
Yeah, fair dues. You know how I feel about it already. I kind of want us to very much not concentrate on domestic trophies. Winning them should be a testament to how brilliant our squad and our youth players are, not us going ham for it. That's how I feel, and I'm not going to change on that. After being involved in a title race, an FA Cup's not going to make me feel better. So I really need that competition to be under the radar. That the players will be important for us. I think it'll be a few of the obvious ones. Yeah, I know there's people who follow you, bro, in the community in this quad thing. I know there are.
Like I've got some cult, bro.
You're the quad leader, bro, 100%.
You made it out like I'm some cult leader, bro.
If you were gonna get a tattoo tomorrow, it would be this, bro. It would be this, bro. Or maybe that, so you can see the thumb. It was one of them. I'll obviously the usual suspects. So Virgil will be very important. Keller will be very important. Joey's going to be very important because obviously he's got to continue, hopefully his good form, replacing Ibra at the moment, filling in. Mo, obviously. I think with them having Gordon, but he plays right now from what I've seen in their last couple of games because they've had some injury issues.
Yeah.
And if they do that against us, then Robbo's going to have a Man City game and have his P's and Q's about him because whether you like him or not, he's going to get past you with his pace. That is literally what Flash does. So we've got to make sure that we, that Robbo's switched on. So I think Robbo will be very important in this game. And then if Isak does play, like I said, the pair at the back will be key. If we can keep Isak out, and we can try and nullify Gordon, then we take away a lot of their threat. I mean, the midfield battle's going to be crazy, bro. I know you lot don't believe me when I say this, but I actually think Joe Linton is one of the best midfielders in the league. And it's actually credit to what they've done when they've taken him from being a forward. And you know what's mad? I would love him in our midfield. I'm not saying I would replace anybody in our midfield, but what he brings, that power, the tackling, the energy, the sensible passing, the goal threat as well. He chips in with goals. I think he's a very underrated player. Very, very underrated player, Joe Linton. I think because he ain't got because he came in and he got laughed at a bit at the beginning, and then people don't really actually think he should be in midfield because he was a forward before that. I think that takes away some of his flowers. Whenever I watch Newcastle, he is very, very effective, and I like him. So he's somebody we got to keep an eye on in midfield.
I think he's good. He just doesn't move me like that, Drew. I think he's a good player.
I hear you. But if I told you that Joe Linton was going to replace Endo tomorrow, you'd be super happy though, right?
No, because we need a defensive-minded midfielder. I don't think we need a Joe Linton anymore. Or a Joe Linton type midfielder.
But Joe Linton is press resistant, so he would play in the pivot well for us. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think so.
Obviously, he's not super press resistant, but he is press resistant. If you see how he plays for Newcastle, he's definitely press resistant. So I think he could fit into our midfield easily, bro, to be honest. His power in the midfield would be brilliant. You know, when you're going to war, the Joe Lintons of the world are the great players to have when you go to war, even if it's off the bench, whatever. I'll take him in our squad, definitely.
Nah, not for me, man. Doesn't move me at all. I think he's a good player, but just good. I think if Newcastle had the ability to upgrade on him, then I think they would. I think Tonali and Gomes, they're the needle movers in that midfield.
No, but that's why he perfectly complements them, because he's what they aren't and they're what he isn't, and that's why their midfield is one of the best in the league. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, maybe not in a performance way, but on paper, Gomes, Tonali, and Joe Linton is one of the best midfielders in the league, bro.
Not for me, it ain't, you know.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's. I don't even. Maybe top 10 midfields. But I don't think it's top 4 or 5.
Yeah, but maybe not top 4 or 5, but like definitely top 6 or 7.
I don't know.
I think that midfield is wicked. And whenever I've seen
Joe Linton would be one of the first midfielders you go for if you had the opportunity.
No, I'm not saying that. I just think he's criminally underrated, and I would take him at Liverpool if for some reason he became somebody we were going to bring in. I like him. I think what he does goes very underrated.
Fair dues. Right, people, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Got to shout out a few people. Shout out to man like Roms in the building. Hope you're well. I want to be that guy, but I think we draw tomorrow and beat Everton. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we win, bro. But big up yourself, Roms. Shout out to Bayesian Pops and all the crew on Bayesian Reds TV. Go subscribe to Bayesian Reds TV. Shout out to our brother from another team, aka Halftime Hooks. He's going to be going live at 11 a.m, guys. So just stay on this stream and you'll be redirected to his show with George. So make sure you tune into that show. Big up to Halftime Hooks and big up to Back of the Net podcast as well. He's saying, come on, you Geordies. As an Arsenal fan, we get it. But hopefully we will be smiling at the end of the evening and you guys will be a bit upset by losing to Man United, hopefully.
I was just about to say, come on, you. And then I thought, nah, I'm not saying
I'd have locked you off. Oh my days, I'd have locked you off quick.
I'm not gonna lie though, if they get the dub, they almost put like half a dent in the actual possibility of Arsenal catching us. So you know what I mean? They're not good. They're not even gonna get close to it.
Alex George. Oh, bro, we do. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We'll be waiting for you, bro. Right. Let's look at the potential starting lineup, Drew. So, St. James's Park, evening kickoff. I think goalkeeper is obvious. Kelleher.
Yeah. Bro, did you know that 7 of our next 9 games are away?
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of traveling. That's what I'm saying. The next 5 fixtures are going to be really tough because it's a lot of traveling.
Hopefully, Arsenal get complacent being in London for the whole month.
We hope, but if they start how they finish, if they finish how they started, it's going to be a madness for teams.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to lie. No traveling is mad for the whole month. It's crazy.
Trent right back. We agree, yeah.
Yeah.
Robbo left back.
Yeah, obviously with Thingy injured, there's no option now anyway, bro.
Yeah. Virgil. And we're sticking with Gomez, or do you think Slot goes with Kwanzaa?
Nah, you got to give it to Joey so Joey can build up some momentum as well.
I think this game last season was the start of Joe's redemption as well. He came off the bench when Virgil got sent off, and he was nothing short of brilliant when he came on. Midfield, Grab and Mac. What are you thinking?
Tempted to start Jones.
What do you think Slot will do though?
I don't know, bro, because he's been so good at rotating midfield and keeping us guessing. I don't know. I really don't.
I think it's Mac. I think Mac keeps his spot.
Let me ask you something. This might sound like a weird question, but I've just confused myself with this question. If you were going for a midfielder that was going to be going up against people who were strong, who would you pick out of McAllister and Jones?
Oh, bloody good question, Drift.
Because it's like, I'll probably say Mac's got a bit more aggression in him, but he's shorter, which is more of a disadvantage. So it's kind of weird, isn't it? Of like, which one of those two, if you're going into a battle midfield where the other midfielder are going to be strong and putting it about in that way, who would you go with out of Jones and Mac?
I may just edge towards Jones.
Because I'm thinking that might be in his thinking. And also, Jones just did so well when he came off the bench and he's in such good form that maybe he might think, let McAllister have a break and bring in Jones.
So you reckon he might go Jones then, yeah?
Yeah, let's go Jones and Grav. Let's go Jones and Grav for this one.
I think it might be Matt, but I'm not against Jones starting. He's been excellent this season. Obviously, Salah. Szoboszlai keeps his starting place.
Yeah, I think he has to. It would be really silly to
physicality.
drop him when he's in good form as well. Wouldn't make any sense.
All right, here's the two now. Who starts left wing and who starts striker for Liverpool, in your opinion?
You know what's crazy? Even though my boy Darwin's actually got 3 goals in 2 games at St. James's, so it seems like he loves that place. I'm tempted to play Diaz down the middle again and keep Cody in because Cody's in good form as well.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm thinking to play Diaz from the left and Nunes through the middle.
Even though Cody's in good form?
I know he is, but Nunes, you said Nunes he has an affiliation with this team already, isn't it? Like he
does like St. James's Park. He does.
Well, not just St. James's Park. He seems like he likes playing against Newcastle.
Oh, was he banged against them in Anfield as well?
I'm not mistaken. He got an assist for Salah in that home game last season.
Okay. Yeah, so he's got a little bit of Newcastle hoodoo over them, or whatever you call it. I mean, I'm not against Nunes starting at all, but I'm just thinking that front three perform, or that front four even performed so well against City. I wouldn't be opposed to it going again, and then at least having Darwin as that option off the bench.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I think he probably will go with Diaz through the middle again. This could be a new lease of life for Diaz playing through the middle, man.
After that conversation we had last night, bro, I just want them to get their wallet out and give Diaz and Kelleher and Jones a bloody pay rise. My word.
Yeah.
Do you know, I actually had like a really weird feeling about the fact that Kelleher only gets 10 grand a week. Like, you know, when you're by yourself and you're just thinking about stuff, I was like, Kelleher only gets 10 grand a week.
Yeah, it's madness, isn't it?
I think it came to me when I was watching Inside Anfield, and and obviously I saw Kelleher, and I'm like, he only gets 10 grand a week.
Yeah,
what's going on? It's insane, bruv.
Yeah, for a player that quality is absolutely insane.
That is insane. Did the club have no shame?
Clearly not. Clearly
that
not.
Is mad. That's like going to a cashier, buying something, they give you more money back than you should have, and you just walk off, and you don't even need this money, and that person's going to get fired now, or they're going to get in some kind of trouble because their till's down, and you just walk off. You don't even need this money. You just walk off and just, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Decency, man. Decency.
Yeah, I hear it. Score prediction time, bro. What are we saying? Liverpool versus Newcastle.
Ooh. This is a tough one, man. One 0 Liverpool.
Okay. I'm going 3-2 Liverpool.
I think it's going to be a goal fest. I don't know. Nah, I don't think there'll be much in this one. Although Newcastle games do usually have goals, which is why what you're saying probably is more likely than what I'm saying. But
going 3-2. So, people, all that's left to do is leave your comments in the section below. Let us know your score prediction and who you'd start for this game. We are going to be live for the game tomorrow and big up, and then straight here for the live match reaction and player ratings. As I said, after this stream at 11 o'clock, Hooks will be going live on his channel, so please make sure you go over there. Hooks is very generous with redirecting his subscribers and his supporters over here. So please, guys, let's show him the same love and jump in the comments, show Kop-Ish raid, and also smash the like button on his video and this one as well. Drift, anything you want to say to the people before we take them out?
No, big up yourselves, everyone, as always. And yeah, man, let's get this dub, and then we well, no, we play at the same time. I was going to say put pressure on Arsenal, but they're actually playing at the same time as us, aren't they?
Well, no, they start later. I think the game's staggered. I think we start 7:30.
Oh, yeah, 45 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes afterwards, isn't it? Yeah.
So,
I mean, kind of the same time, but yeah, I guess that is enough time for us to get the win and put pressure on them second half, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah. So we'll
yeah.
see.
No, yeah. But big up everyone as always. Love as always. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, just come on, Reds, man. Let's get this dub.
Indeed. People, enough love to you all. Have a smashing day wherever you are in the world. Until we see you next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and out, people. Take care.
Peace.